Hey YouTube, I am back. I am back with another watch video, and the last video I made, I showed you guys the eBay authentication program and how they packaged. There's the box that came in, and they gave you a little card here letting you know that the watch that you bought from the seller on eBay is authentic, and they checked it and everything's good to go. So today's video is not about that service, but more about the actual watch. This is the Porsche design timeless machine. I think there's a lot more names to it. We'll go over that in a second, but I'm just going to call it the timeless machine because it's a little bit more simple that way. If I say Porsche at any time in this video instead of Porsche, forgive me. I've already gotten enough grief from people on the internet about saying Porsche for my car instead of Porsche. All right, so this watch originally was around $5,000. The sticker on this box, this is a brand new one I got from eBay, as I mentioned. Original sticker was $5,411 plus tax. I don't remember if that was what the website said. I thought for some reason it was like $4,999.99, but who cares? Same thing, right? I scored this for $2,000, which I think is a really good price, considering it was a limited edition of only 911 pieces. And I really like how it looks. A lot of people I've read on the internet don't think it's a good-looking watch or that it's a ripoff and blah blah blah, and they really hate the fact that it has the little car logo on the face, but that doesn't bother me. So here's the box, and a little tidbit about the watch here inside the box at first. Timeless machine, 911, a number that embodies sports car fascination like no other, and that has triggered strong emotion since 1963. A clean design language, distinctive outline, and reduction to the essentials unite the new Porsche 911 and the exclusive 911 Chronograph Timeless Machine limited edition at first sight. Timeless design that endures the zeitgeist of any generation and already inspired the design of the original 911 by Professor Ferdinand Alexander Porsche over 50 years ago, is also apparent in the minimalist design of this chronograph. Porsche performance on your wrist. Porsche design timepieces. All right, looks like there's more stuff under here. This doesn't want to come out. 1 second. I don't know if I was supposed to remove that. It just says Porsche design timepieces. I don't think that was really supposed to come out. It has a handle like it was supposed to come out, but anyway, I'm gonna put it back. All right, great video so far. All right. So we got the watch. We've got a little plaque here. Limited edition 911 pieces. I don't know what this is. So, warranty card. I also don't know what this thing's going to be. This whole thing comes out. This is hard to do with one hand. Okay. This is a flash drive, I think? Yeah, this is a flash drive. I don't know what's on it. Probably a brochure. Probably trying to sell me more watches. And then here's some huge booklet. All right. Here's the watch. I just want to see if there's anything under this too. Nope. Okay, so let's get to the watch. So the watch arrived to me. It was sold as brand new. It appears to be brand new. It has the sticker over the front there. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in for you guys. There we go. That's much better. So that little car right there under the Porsche design, that's what people really don't like about this watch. It doesn't bother me at all. And then you can see that I'm gonna have to take this plastic off. And then since I did the eBay purchase, it has this eBay sticker, no returns if removed, with the seal number. And then you can see there's also like the blue tape here on the buckle. Really good looking watch. Feels great in the hand. The titanium feels really nice. I have a couple other titanium watches and this feels pretty similar. I really love that see-through design. So instead of me blabbing too much more, I think the best thing to do is I'm gonna actually take all this stuff off and I'm gonna wear it for a couple days and I'll come back and let you know how I feel about it. All right, guys, I've had this watch for exactly 1 week now, and I feel like I have a better feel of it. I'm in a place where I can give some opinions and whatnot, but what better place to talk about this than inside of my GT3 RS? So we'll get a cold start for you guys, and then we'll talk about the watch. So most of what I do on this channel is car stuff, but I do love watches. And when I saw this Porsche design watch come up on eBay for what looked like it could be snatched up for a good price, thought it was kind of like a good match to go with my car in some way, I guess. But I really just like the design. Even if I didn't have this car, I would have liked the design of this watch. And in about a year, I don't know if I'll still have a Porsche. We'll see. The lease on this GT3 RS is up, I believe, in December 2021 or January 2022. So that's only about a year away. I'm about 2/3 into the 3-year lease. So anyway, stop talking about cars, I guess. I'm sure some of you only want me to talk about cars, but let's talk about this watch. Ooh, I had to clean it because it was actually looking pretty dirty. I've worn this literally every single day for the past week, mainly because I wanted to give you guys my best feelings about the watch. And you know, why don't I go ahead and take it off so you guys can see the whole thing. So I also want to mention that I'm not a watch expert. I love watches. I know a decent amount about them to get into a little bit of trouble and talk about them, but I'm probably going to say, you know, the wrong phrase for a certain part because I'm not an expert. But anyway, basic design of the watch. I think the most catchy thing you see right away is the way that there are these cutouts into the titanium, and I believe that's near where like the lug area connects the band to the actual watch. So that's kind of a cool design, and I believe they have another watch out that's pretty much the same design, but it's not a titanium case. So I do like the titanium look. I love that look. I have some other watches, similar idea, and it's a very thick case, as you can see, but it doesn't wear like a thick case. It's really lightweight, and when you're wearing it, you really don't notice it too much. I normally wear like a Samsung Galaxy watch on a regular basis. It really helps me with my productivity at work when I'm getting phone calls and I leave my phone at my desk or whatever. I still see the call coming in, text messages reminding me to get up and move around, etc. So it was kind of interesting to go back to an automatic watch again, because I literally haven't worn an automatic for a couple of years unless I'm going out to dinner with my wife or something like that, some sort of event. So it's kept time really well. That's one thing that's definitely important. As I mentioned, it's a thick casing, but you don't feel the thickness. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't bog you down. I've got some watches. I'll make some other videos of some of my other watches. I have some that definitely, they're real heavy on the wrist, and sometimes that's not a bad feeling, and sometimes it is, depending on what you're doing that day. But, you know, I go to work, and I'm pretty hands-on and getting dirty and stuff like that with the computers on my work. And as you can see, my hands are all cut up and stuff. But this wasn't in the way, and I wasn't worried about it getting broken or damaged. I think I probably scuffed it on stuff. You saw how dirty it was earlier before I hit it with the microfiber. So I think it's actually pretty durable. The leather is supposedly the same leather that Porsche uses in their interiors. I don't know. It feels fine. I don't usually wear leather strap watches. I typically go with metal bracelet or rubber. But basically for my first leather strap that I'm daily driving, I actually really liked it. It's very comfortable, and it got wet a little bit while I was doing the dishes and things like that, and seemed to hold up very well, even to getting some water on it. It does have the, I don't know what you'd call this. I'm just gonna make up a phrase. I'm gonna call it a double action clasp. So, you know, you got your top buckle, and you got this is one thing that kind of bugs me. See how you got the two, I guess you call the straps or whatever that you connect into. Man, I'm using the wrong word, sorry, but you have to move this top one out of the way so that you can click that into place. So that's clicked in, and then the second action is there, clicked in. So it's like like I said, I called it a double action. I think that's a gun term, but that's what I'm calling it for right now. It's got the clasp is also made of titanium, and looking at the movement looks pretty cool. It's a Val, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Val Joe 7750, which is kind of like the, I don't know, probably one of the most iconic movements ever made. Very, very popular, very reliable, very well known. So is it the fanciest movement out there? No, it's used in a lot of watches, so it's kind of common, but it's common in a more expensive watch. I don't like the tint, so that I thought that was a coating that you remove, like a sticker, when I got the watch, and I tried for 10 minutes to try to peel it off, and that's just like a tint. It's like a window tint. Maybe that's what they're going for, like a window tint. Anyway, we'll take a look at the features of the face here. So we've got the Porsche design logo. We've got the little 911 car there. We've got the date, which thankfully I didn't even check this before I started the video. It looks like it held the date correctly. We have this little limited edition spinny circle thing that moves instead of having like a hand on most watches that show that it's ticking basically all the time. That circle just spins all the time. It says timeless machine, limited edition. And we've got our, I believe you call that a chronograph function here. And stop it and reset it. And the crown over here. The crown's very easy to use. It's just typical, you know, nice Swiss made watch type stuff all around. High quality. You know, was it worth $5,000 when it was brand new, the original asking price? I don't know. It's kind of up to you. I don't think I would have wanted to pay $5,000. Well, I never would have. No, I would never pay $5,000. At the $2,000 I snagged one up for, I thought that was a good deal. I think that $4,000 is still reasonable. $2,000 is a good deal. Maybe you could get one for $1,000 if you're lucky. That's probably all I got to say about the watch. I don't know what else to really say. I'm probably missing a bunch of other little things to tell you, but it's held time really well. It looks good. It feels well. It feels good on the wrist. It's not too heavy. It's good for a daily, you know, all day wear. It's a little bit flashy, but not too flashy. A lot of people think that car logo should be removed. Kind of tend to agree with that a little bit, but it doesn't bother me all that much. And that's it. So I did order another watch before I even ordered this one, and it is way fancier, nicer watch. It's an IWC. It's an extremely limited edition watch. They did not make very many. The original MSRP on it was $45,000, and I'm gonna definitely make a review of that watch because that's kind of what motivated me to even start making a couple watch videos, because I wanted to share that about that watch. Since when I tried to find videos about that particular watch, I couldn't find very much information out there. Same with this one. Not a whole lot of people really talking about it or putting it on their wrist and giving any opinions. There's barely anything about it. So in any case, if you have watched my channel in the past and are here because you like cars and you don't like watches, sorry. If you're here now because you don't really care about the cars and you do like watches, welcome. And if you like both, stay tuned.